moment, find a nice tall spine. You can rest your hands to your knees, maybe palms up or down, and then thumb and first finger together. So Gyan or Chin Mudra. Okay, and then just allow your eyes to gently close and take a moment to tune your awareness inside. Right? So kind of cruise through from the crown of the head to the soles of the feet. Give yourself a chance to just land and arrive here, not only in this space, right, but also in your body. And as you do, take a moment to notice, what's present for you physically. So just start on the physical plane, Annamaya Kosha. Acknowledging what is present for you physically. So places that might need some extra care or attention, places that feel fairly open and free. Let your shoulders relax back and down and gently lengthen up through the crown of your head. And let's take an inhale to reach up nice and tall through the crown. As you exhale, now drop your chin to your chest. Just take a moment to stretch the back of the neck, kind of trace the collarbone with your chin a little bit here. Notice as you move your head if the shoulders tense up or tighten at all, or maybe you lose connection to the core and just want to re-engage that. And then drop an ear to a shoulder and take a moment to just let the weight of your head stretch the side of the neck. And you can move your head a little bit forward and back, maybe chin up or down. And then take another inhale, and now exhale, drop the head back and the throat open. And just start to move the head from side to side here. So reach the chin up towards the ceiling. Lift the front of the chest. And then take a big inhale breath here. As you exhale, drop an ear to a shoulder, so the opposite side. And then pause there and feel free to move your head around a little bit. Take another big inhale breath, and now exhale, rotate the head around in a full circle. So nice and slow as you rotate around. And of course, notice as you do move your head, again, how it feels in the rest of the body or how the rest of the body responds. Rotate your head the opposite way a few times now. There's a lot in the world right now. Bring your head up to center and then just rotate your shoulders around a little bit. Or give yourself the gift of, for the next little bit, just letting some of that go. You don't have to carry the weight of the world. It's not all up to you or on your shoulders. Your shoulders just relax back and down, and then tap into your navel center. So pull the belly button toward the back body as you exhale. Bring your hands together in front of the heart in Anjali Mudra and rub the hands briskly back and forth for a moment. So just kind of clearing and cleansing the prana and the chi. Take a deep inhale breath. Release your hands to the sides of the body and shake them out. And just shake, shake, shake. Take another big inhale breath. Keep shaking. And then as you exhale, lower your hands to the floor. Lift the arms to the sky as you breathe in. Reach up nice and tall. And then exhale your hands to the third eye center. And just take a moment to focus your mind. So we'll call forth an intention that's stated in the present tense and in a positive way. Right? The teachings remind us that everything we want to align with is here. It's just a matter of attuning to it. So we'll call forth that which we wish to align with, that which we wish to draw into our lives. Right? And let the universe kind of work out how that happens. Just see or sense it as best you can here. Take a deep inhale breath. Exhale the hands to your heart. Good. And now a moment to remember that, it takes time for these things to unfold, just as it takes time for us to awaken. And so from the heart, not only remembering patience on our journey, but also trust that whatever we intend and whatever mindset we have is, setting those things in motion. And then also from the heart, remember the collective, right? That we are here doing work, yes, for ourselves, but also so much for the world around us. So to anyone that you're holding at your heart, anyone your heart goes out to, just a moment to think of them, maybe see their face or repeat their name at your heart. It can be a particular person, it can be a group of people, it can be a situation. So whatever you've got that's being held at your heart, just a moment to send some of your heart light to this place, person, situation. And we'll align it together, both that which is external and that which is internal, through the mantra of Om. Chant Om to open 3 times, but first take a deep breath in. Exhale it all out. Inhale for As you exhale, bow the chin in and release your hands, allow your eyes to open, and let's begin on all fours, please. So take your time to come on all fours. And I know this is like the place we start, the old familiar, if you will. So that's fine, but let's bring some attention, of course, and just really notice and tune into here and now. So how the hands root onto the earth, what happens, to the foundation underneath the knees, and just connecting in here. Okay, take a breath in and a breath out. Bring yourself to center. And then we'll pull the navel in, but lift open the front of the heart. Breathe into the chest, lift your gaze slightly. Exhale and round your spine, push the floor away. Do that. Again, inhale, lift open the front of the heart. And now exhale, move your hips to your heels. Take your chest to your thighs, your forehead to the floor. Okay, inhale, come back up onto the hands and knees. Lift open the front of the heart. This time, curl the toes under, straighten the legs, and press up and back, down to dog. Now stay here for a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Good. Take another inhale breath here. As you exhale, gently drop your knees back down to the ground. We're going to go through that whole thing again. Pull the navel in, but lift open the front of the heart. Breathe into the chest. Exhale, round the spine, push the floor away. Do that again. Inhale, lift open the front of the heart. Lengthen, exhale, hips to heels, chest to thighs, forehead to floor. Good. Inhale back up onto the hands and the knees. Fill the breath in the front of the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. Hips to the sky, straighten the legs. Stay here. Spread the fingers like rays from the sun, right? Root down through the finger pads. Imagine drawing up through the palms of the hands into the spine, up into the sitting bones. Stay for another exhale. And at the bottom of that exhale, drop the knees to the floor. We're going to go through one more time. Pull the navel in, lift open the heart, breathe into the chest. Exhale, round your back. Push the floor away. Inhale again, lift the heart. Remember, kind of refueling the front of the chest. Exhale, hips to heels, chest to thighs, forehead to floor. And then one more time back up onto hands and knees. Breathe into the heart. Exhale, hips to heels. I'm sorry, downward dog. Breathe in and then breathe out. Good. And now just pedal out your legs a little bit. Stretch one heel and then the other toward the floor. And when you bend the right knee next, just hold the left heel stretching toward the floor. And even though the right knee is bent, keep your right side waist lifted. So there's some support from the lower body, right? It's not all just dumping into the hands and the shoulders. Then take another inhale and straight out your legs. So bend the opposite knee. Left knee bends, right heel towards the floor. Just breathe in and out here. Good. Remember drawing up through the palms of the hands, the sitting bones, descending down through the backs of the legs. Stay here one more inhale breath. And one more exhale. Good. And then walk the feet all the way up to the top of your mat on your inhale. And fold forward as you exhale. And then just take a moment to shift your weight a little bit forward and back. So the body, of course, is holding on to all sorts of energetic experiences. The things that we've been through and how we have either processed those or not. Right? Let your upper body just relax over the leg. Give a little nod in your head, yes. And shake your head gently, no. Do you want the weight slightly forward in your forward fold? So if that means you need to bend the knees a little bit, please do so. You might even feel the weight of the chest kind of rest on the thighs. I know for me that's like helpful at times when my low back is a little sensitive. And I can even notice when my body is supported, my head can relax a little bit more. You can release some of that tension that I'm carrying, that I'm not even always aware of. All right, just take one more inhale breath here and one more exhale. And then slowly rise all the way to stand. Let your arms be heavy and round, the spine to come all the way up. Kind of pull the navel in as you come to stand. Just rotate your shoulders around a few times. Breathe in and out. So not only are we clearing and cleansing the body from the stuff we don't want to hold on to, but also preparing for it to be able to hold what we do. Inhale, extend the arms to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands down through the heart center. Lower the hands to the sides of the body, and again, inhale, lift both arms to the ceiling. Just straight out in front of you as you reach up. Exhale again, the hands come down through heart center. Hands release, and now this time as you lift your arms, lift your heels from the floor. Come onto the ball of the feet. Exhale and lower the heels to the earth, lower the hands. And notice like how you lift and lower your feet from the floor, right? Do that again, inhale. Lift up nice and slow so that at the top of your reach, your heels are at their highest reach from the earth. And then same as you exhale, slowly lower your heels to the floor. So work on strengthening the feet here, right? Release your hands again. Inhale, lift up, lift the heels. Breathe in, everything elevates. Awesome. Exhale and lower hands through the heart center, the heels to the floor. Good. Now keep your heels rooted. Just lift the arms to the sky again on your inhale. Stay here as you exhale, and rather than dropping the shoulders down, think of lengthening your neck. Grab the left wrist in your right hand, take an inhale and lengthen out of the waist, and then exhale, stretch over to the side. And shift your hips just off center and bend your knees just a little bit. Yeah, so you're rooting still through the earth, always through the earth. Remembering, constantly that you are connected, that you are supported. Inhale, come up to center, switch out your hands, and exhale to the other side. Good. Again, root down through your feet, soften knees so energy can ground through the soles, and then draw up through the crown of the head and out through the side as you stay rooted. Beautiful. One more inhale breath here. One more exhale. Awesome. Come up to center as you breathe in. Now release the hands behind the back, interlace your fingers. Roll the shoulders onto the back, and again, feed the seed of prawn. Just breathe right and deep to the chest as you exhale, lean back a little bit. You can even descend down through your arms. Take one more inhale and one more exhale. Good. Inhale, come up to center. You're welcome to keep your hands interlaced, or you can release them as you fold forward. Let your head relax down. If it's okay with your arms and shoulders to extend them to the sky, go right ahead. And then release the head and the neck and the jaws, you exhale. Hands come to shins now, lift up halfway, inhale, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, step just the right foot to the back of the mat. Come to a low lunge here, so your hands to the floor under your shoulders or onto your blocks. Okay, and then just take a moment or two to adjust, right? The length of the lunge, the width of the lunge. Now take an inhale, glide forward, lift open the front of the heart as you exhale, straighten your leg and fold. Do that again, inhale, bend the knee and lift, open the heart. Exhale, straighten the leg. Again, inhale, as you bend your knee, feel your left hip draw back. Good, exhale, straighten your left leg and fold. Come one more time into lunge on your inhale and exhale, pause. Good, now lift the left arm towards the sky, so you open towards the plant wall over here. And take a little twist. You can take your left hand onto your left knee if you want. You can lift the arm up towards the sky. You could wrap it around behind the back, or you can stretch the arm overhead. But remember, with any expansion that you do, that you're drawing back and towards center. Hold the belly button in and lift from the right hip. Think of where you're coming from. Yeah, now one more inhale into your heart. One more exhale as you twist. Release the left arm towards the sky as you breathe in. Lower it down onto the floor on your exhale and step forward as you breathe in next. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale all the way to stand, lift the arms to the sky, reach up through the hands, and exhale the hands to the heart center. Good, right back to the center core, right? Release the arms, inhale, lift them up again. Exhale and fold forward, stretch out and down through the spine. Relax your head, lift up halfway on your inhale, and then step the left foot to the back of the mat. Low lunge, pause for a moment here, right? Find your alignment. Move your right hip back a little and feel the reach forward through the front shin. And now take an inhale, follow that, lift into the heart. As you exhale, straighten your leg and fold. Do that again, inhale, bend into lunge. Think of your right hip moving back as you bend in the exhale, straighten your leg and fold forward. Strong through the left leg, one more time into lunge as you inhale, one more exhale as you straighten. Good, now bend your knee on your inhale and exhale, pause here. When you're ready, extend the right arm to the sky. Take your time, right? There's no rush. You want to feel light in the left hand, so your legs are doing lots of work. You might cup up onto your fingertips, or think of just reaching more through the right side. And now align the body. Yeah, right arm overhead, around behind the back, onto the knee. Take an inhale, fill your lungs, and as you exhale, draw the navel in and twist, kind of bring it out, right? So we're creating space. The stuff we no longer need to hold on to, we kind of bring out through the body, and create more space in the front of the heart. One more inhale breath here. One more exhale. Release right arm to the sky as you breathe in. Exhale it to the floor as you breathe out. This time, step the right foot to the back of the mat. Come to a plank pose. And then breathe in and breathe out. Now concentrate on the navel. Take a big inhale breath and fill your lungs. As you exhale, draw the belly button and squeeze from the inner thighs, even the pelvic floor. Do that again. Inhale. And exhale, so beautiful planks. Shift the weight forward slightly as you breathe in, and then exhale, lower to the floor. Drop knees, bend your elbows, lower chest to the earth. Point your toes and lift your heart. Inhale into cobra. Exhale and lower down. Think of the length of your neck, right? Inhale, lift the heart for cobra pose. Breathe into the front of the chest. Exhale and lower all the way down. Beautiful, you guys. One more. Inhale into cobra. Root through your legs. Lift into the heart. Exhale and lower to the floor. Good. Inhale to plank or go back into child's pose. And then exhale your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. So bring mindfulness and attention to how we move in the body, and yet in a detached sort of way. This is one of the instructions, if you will, from the Yoga Sutras, that our practice is both a practice towards non-attachment and a practice of practice. It's practice and non-attachment is what it is. Take another inhale up to the top of your mat. Exhale everything out. Bend the knees, jump, step, or walk up. Lift up halfway. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way to stand. Lift the arms to the sky. And exhale the hands to the heart. Now, ultimately, what we're practicing this steadying the mind, right? Release the hands, inhale, lift both arms again up towards the ceiling. Forward fold on your exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. Step your right foot to the back of the mat, lunge. Step your left foot to the back of the mat, plank pose. Exhale and lower all the way or stop halfway, elbows in. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Or feel free to lower to the floor, push to plank and child, then downward dog. Breathe in and out. Take another inhale and another exhale. Bring your legs together and then lift the right leg to the sky as you breathe in. Exhale your foot through to the top of the mat. Step your left foot forward, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale to stand, lift the arms to the sky. And exhale the hands to your heart center. Release the hands, lift the arms. Inhale, stretch up. Forward fold, exhale. Good. Lift up halfway on your inhale, and now left foot steps to the back of the mat, low lunge. Right foot steps back, plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, lower all the way or stop halfway or use your knees. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale your hips to the sky, downward dog or lower to the floor, plank or child's pose, then downward dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Take one more inhale. Exhale, bring your legs together, big toes to touch. Lift the left leg to the sky as you inhale. Exhale it through to the top of your mat, low lunge. Step up to the top of your mat, inhale, and exhale, fold forward. All the way to stand, lift the arms to the sky, reach up. Exhale your hands to your heart center. One more time like that. Inhale, both arms reach tall. Forward fold, exhale. Imagine moving things through your body, right? Easefully inhale, halfway lift. Step right foot back, low lunge, exhale. Step left foot back, inhale, plank pose. Exhale, shift forward and lower, all the way or stop halfway. Engage the core and squeeze the legs together. Lift the heart, forward and up dog or cobra. Good, downward facing dog pose. Exhale, or you can always lower to the floor, plank or child, then downward dog. Listen to your body. Non-attachment for what we are gripping onto, right? Through the mind, through the body, through the ego. Take another inhale. Exhale the legs together. Big toes touch. Left leg to the sky. Inhale. Exhale it through to the top of the mat. Right foot steps up. Inhale. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Exhale. Inhale to stand. Lift the arms to the sky. Exhale your hands to your heart center. One more time. Inhale. Both arms reach up. Forward fold. Exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen, left foot steps back, plank pose. Right foot steps back, inhale. Exhale, lower all the way or stop halfway. Upward dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. So heat is starting to build. There's some burning through of layers of consciousness and psychology, right? Take one more inhale and exhale, bring your legs together. And then the right leg goes to the sky as you breathe in. Exhale through to the top of the mat. Inhale, step left foot forward, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Great, inhale all the way to stand, lift the arms to the sky. And exhale the hands to the heart center. Breathe in and breathe out. So we practice for the sake of practicing, not necessarily because what we think we're going to gain in the end or what we're coming to release, right? But we practice simply for the act of practicing, to acknowledge that we are beings of energy and of divine nature where things move in and flow out, right? Take another inhale. Exhale and lower the arms down. Now bend the knees and lift the arms. Inhale into chair pose. And pause. Now this vessel that we are in, right, this physical body, we want to be pure, to have energy that can purify as it comes in, to be open and expansive and yet strong and steady within its boundaries, right? That there is both a container and a very strong and steady container, and yet also things can flow in and move out. Okay, take one more inhale breath here, and one more exhale. Inhale all the way to stand, lift the arms to the sky, and as you exhale, once again, fold forward.
Lift up halfway on your inhale, and now step the right foot to the back of the mat. Spin it flat and come up to face the side of the room for warrior two. Breathe in and breathe out. So the body's strong, the mind starts to also follow suit. The mind gets strong as well. We strengthen the body to help the mind become strong. Strengthen the mind so that we can perceive of that which is beyond this temporal plane. Take another inhale into the front of the heart. Reach forward, let your left elbow rest to your knee and stretch your right arm overhead, extended side angle. And then think of reaching down through your right foot as much as you lift through your right arm. Bend your right elbow and place your hand behind the back of your head. Breathe in and out. Now put your breath, so we take the shape in the physical body and then infuse the physical body with breath. Notice in this posture, especially in your body, where there's compression or where you might sense breath not moving so much and where you feel it move a lot. And see if you can shift those a little bit so that where you feel the breath a lot, you start to take some out of so you can move it to the place where the breath might not be so easy to sense. Now take one more inhale breath, push the head back, one more exhale. Release your right arm to the sky, come all the way back up to stand and straighten your left leg. Then exhale, pause here. Turn your palms open towards the sky, take a breath in. And now exhale, reach forward, set your left hand to your shin, take your right arm to the sky, triangle pose. You can, if you want, bend your elbow and put your hand behind your head again. Or you can just imagine the hand behind the back of the head as the arm lifts. Breathe into the front of the throat as your head moves back a little bit. Draw the shoulder blades onto the back to help the breath in the front of the chest. And now trust. Take another inhale. And another exhale. Pull the belly button strongly in. Send your tailbone toward the back heel for one more inhale breath here. And one more exhale. Release your right hand to your hip. Lift your left arm by your ear and come all the way to stand. Then bend your left knee into warrior two. Good. Bring your hands together at the heart center and just pause here for a moment. Take a breath in and a breath out. Draw down to the space of the heart. Take a huge breath in. Fill your lungs as deep as you can. One more exhale. Then you'll extend your arms out on your inhale breath. Exhale, lower them to the floor and step your left foot to the back of the mat. Plank pose. Take an inhale breath here. Shift forward just a little. Exhale, lower all the way or stop halfway. Inhale to upward dog or cobra pose. Exhale your hips to the sky, down the facing dog. Awesome. Breathe in and breathe out. Not only do we step onto our mats for our own selves, right, but we are here alchemizing, transforming, and shifting things for the collective. This doesn't mean you're responsible for the collective. Right, take another inhale and another exhale. Look to the top of your mat as you breathe in. Bend your knees and jump, step, or walk up. Lift up halfway. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Forward fold as you exhale. Inhale, extend the arms to the sky. Then exhale the hands to the heart. But you do have a role to play in the collective, right? You have your energy to contribute. And I know you guys are good people. I know that you want goodness into the whole. I'm sure we all wish that there was peace everywhere all the time. And so may we add that to the whole, but also as a remembrance of those qualities that we hold within our own selves. Right, take another inhale, and as you exhale, lower the hands down. Lift the arms to the sky, breathe in. Sit down into chair pose as you exhale. Shift the weight into the heels. Remember the knees kind of in line with your ankles. Pull the navel in and breathe into the chest. Now bring your thumb and first finger together and turn your palms a little bit slightly toward the back of the room. Take a big breath into your heart. Exhale. Inhale, rise to stand, release your fingers. Exhale and fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Then step your left foot to the back of the mat. Spin it flat and come up to face the opposite wall for warrior two. So right foot forward, left heel grounds, the shoulders and hips square towards the side. And just take a moment to find yourself in center. Flip the palms open towards the sky. Take an inhale and exhale. One more breath in. And now reach forward, set your elbow to your knee, your left arm overhead, Tita Parshva Konasana. And think of rooting from the foot. Really your back left foot kind of lifts from the arch of the foot, tones the inner thigh, lifts the left hip a little. And then as you exhale, you can scoop right hip under and maybe bend a little deeper into the right knee. Yeah, bend your elbow and take your hand behind the back of your head. Breathe in and out. I think it's wild how you just change one little thing in the pose and now energetically something different is happening. Right, so let yourself be guided by that rather than just like, yeah, my hand's behind my head. Notice what happens internally and where you might shut down and where you might expand, and see if you can balance that simply with your attention. Yeah, it might help to close your eyes. Now take another inhale breath here and one more exhale. Release your arm, come all the way back up to stand straight in your right leg. And then as you exhale, pause. Turn your palm open towards the sky, take a breath in. And now reach forward, send your hand to your shin, your left arm to the sky. And breathe in and out. So what we're practicing, of course, here is, yes, steadying the mind, but also noticing how different postures create a different energetic situation internally. And I think, at least I know for myself, that takes some time to figure out, right? To quiet my mind enough that I can perceive of how energy moves through me. That I'm willing to be curious, possibly even wrong, right? To notice what's happening underneath the surface. Move the head back a little bit and open the front of the throat. One more inhale, one more exhale. Come all the way back up to standing as you breathe in, and then bend your knee again on your exhale for warrior two. And once again, bring your hands together at the heart center. Breathe in and out. Open the fingers, the first, second, and third fingers. Your pinkies and thumbs still stay together. So this is lotus mudra. You'll take an inhale, extend the lotus up towards the sky. Exhale, open the arms out. Take a deep inhale breath here and then place the hands to the floor. Step your right foot back to plank. Inhale and exhale, lower all the way or stop halfway, chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog or cobra pose. And then exhale, hips to the sky, down facing dog. Awesome, breathe in and breathe out. Soften the knees a little bit. Good. Lift up through the sitting bones. Think of a nice long spine here. Let your head relax down. Once again, lengthen the neck. One more inhale, look to the top of your mat, then exhale it all out. Bend your knees and jump, step, or walk up. Lift up halfway, inhale, lengthen. Forward fold as you exhale. And now we'll toe and heel the feet together. I'll have you bend your knees and lift your arms, come into a chair pose. Then exhale, bring your hands to your hips. You shift the weight into the left foot and bring your right knee to stack on top of the left. So knee to knee as opposed to ankle to knee. Right, and you're gonna hug your right foot in towards the left shin. At the same time, you press the left knee into the right calf. Then inhale, extend the arms towards the sky. And as you exhale, wrap your right arm under. So you have right leg over, you go right arm under. Garudasana, eagle pose. Breathe in and out. Notice all the space you have for your breath in your lungs. Right? Think of lengthening the torso. As you sit your hips low, lift up tall through the crown. That's it. Now broaden the collarbones a little bit. I know that's counter to what's happening physiologically. But see if you can draw the shoulder blades just a little bit more onto your back as you breathe into the chest. Yes, awesome. Now take one more inhale and one more exhale. Now just unwind your legs and step your right foot to the back of the mat into a crescent lunge. Or you could take warrior one, your right foot rooted. Lift your elbows towards the sky, and as you exhale, draw the shoulder blades onto the back and start to lean your upper body back. A nice long stretch from your right heel up through the right elbow and then back through the crown of the head. Tap into your core. One more inhale, one more exhale. Now unwind your arms, extend your left leg straight, lift up, then bring your hands to your heart and onto your hips. Step your right foot up just enough you can ground the sole of your right foot to the floor, so pyramid pose. Then bring your left hand behind and extend your right arm to the sky. Take an inhale, reach up, and exhale, come down, but just halfway. Good, come back up to standing on your inhale, and do it again. Think of your bicep and your ear kind of glued together as you fold halfway down. Come up one more time on your inhale, and exhale, fold down halfway. Now hold here. And reach forward, either just with your right arm, or if you want more, extend your left arm forward. If this is a lot for your back, you can always bring your right hand behind you. Less about what happens with the arms and more about what's going on in the torso. So pull the navel in, Extend the upper body forward. Yeah, it's good, you guys. Take one more inhale. Could you fold another little inch towards the earth as you exhale? Awesome. Come all the way up to stand as you breathe in. Then pivot your feet to the side of the room, so back toward the blue wall here, and bring your hands to your hips. Widen your stance just a little bit. Kind of toe and heel your feet out, and then turn your toes slightly in, your heels out. Now take an inhale and lift your heart, lengthen through the crown. And on your exhale, fold forward. Slide your hands down towards your ankles. Maybe sneak them underneath your feet. But breathe in and out here. And once again, think of lengthening the spine, but really the neck. Like a turtle, grow your head towards the floor. Brave, right? Brave of the turtle to come out of its shell. Draw your shoulder blades onto the back and pull the navel in as your sitting bones rise. Rotate your inner thighs to the back of the room, lift the sitting bones up, and as you exhale, pull down towards the floor. Awesome, 2 more breaths here. Gather through the feet, lift up through the sitting bones, descend down through the crown, draw the shoulders from your ears, and do it one more time. Inhale and exhale. Awesome, bring your hands to the floor into your shoulders, walk the hands back towards the top of your mat, pivoting your feet as you go. Then plant your hands to the floor and step your left foot back. We're gonna do a little pranayama here, a little double breath, okay? 2 quick inhales through your nose, 2 quick exhales through your mouth. First, a long breath in. Exhale, begin. Think of filling your lungs and pressing out from the belly. Think of lengthening the breath in your lungs. Use the full capacity of your lungs and exhale it out twice more. One more time. Good. Inhale, shift forward a little. Exhale, lower all the way or stop halfway. Woo. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Awesome. Downward facing dog pose. Exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. Soften the knees a little bit. Relax the mind. Take an inhale and exhale. Recenter. Good. Okay, one more inhale breath here. Exhale everything out. Bend your knees and jump, step or walk up. Lift up halfway. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Toes and heels together. Bend your knees and lift your arms. Inhale into chair pose. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Now we take the weight into the right foot and stack the left foot over. Okay, good. Breathe in and breathe out. Now remember, both things are happening. It's not just about getting that wrap of the foot or the left leg, but what's supporting the left leg. So back through the right knee aligns with right ankle and hip. When you're ready, extend your arms towards the sky, and now it's left leg over, so left arm under. Breathe in and breathe out. Now look within, right? Let your eyes soften, your attention move inward. To notice, is one leg doing more work than the other? What would happen if you worked to balance it a little bit more? What's happening in the arms? Is the one arm doing more work than the other? Beautiful, you guys. Take one more inhale breath here. Lift into the front of the chest. One more exhale. And then you'll unwind your left leg. Keep your arms and exhale. Step the foot to the back of the mat. Crescent lunge or warrior one. Breathe in and breathe out. Hold on and trust, right? Pull back into the navel. This is the center point of your being. Lift your elbows up towards the sky and then lean back a little bit. The right knee is bent. Take an inhale and exhale. That's it. One more breath in and one more breath out. Release your arms, extend them to the sky as you straighten your right leg. Then exhale your hands to your heart and hands to the hips. We step left foot forward enough you can ground the sole of the foot to the floor. Pyramid pose. Slide your right hand behind the pelvis, extend the left arm to the sky, take an inhale. Exhale and come down halfway. Come back up to stand on your inhale. Do it again. Exhale, fold forward. Move your right hip back as left arm extends. And then one more time, come up as you inhale. Exhale and lower down halfway. Now stay here and choose, right? Just the left arm forward, maybe the right arm forward, maybe both hands around behind the back. And if you're like, I don't know what will happen with those variations, this is a great place to try them. I don't know if you'll do this pose later today. So just in case you don't, on the off chance you don't find yourself here again, take advantage of being here. Lengthen your hands forward, but shoot your hips towards the back of the room. Like I could pull your hips back. Beautiful, you guys. One more inhale and one more exhale. Pull the navel in and come all the way up to stand, and then pivot your feet towards the side of the room, towards the plants. Bring your hands to your hips. Good. Inhale, lift your heart, look up. Exhale and fold forward. Hands down towards the ankles. Take a moment just to check in with your feet. The toes turn in a little bit. And now you can walk the hands through the legs and reach the palms like way back as far as they'll go toward the blue wall, way back there. But then plant your palms to the floor and then bend your elbows and kind of pull the torso through the body a little bit. And bend your knees. So soften to find like a deeper expression. And that's the whole thing, right? We're practicing steadying the mind, practicing letting go, detaching, right? Now, don't confuse that with not caring, right? Because they are two different things. You can care immensely and yet still be somewhat detached. Breathe in and out, right? Take another inhale, lift through your sitting bones. Another exhale as you descend down. And then release your hands to the floor, into the shoulders, lift up halfway. As you exhale, pivot back towards the top of the mat. Turn your feet into lunge, right? Inhale and exhale. And then step the right foot to the back of the mat. A breath in, a breath out. Let's do that pranayama one more time through. Take a deep inhale breath here and a deep exhale. And then begin. Could you lengthen the lungs a little bit more? The breath on your inhale. Oh, there you go. One more time. Then inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower all the way or stop halfway, chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra pose. Inhale, and then downward facing dog pose as you exhale. Awesome. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, one more inhale and one more exhale. Have you bring your legs together, and now inhale, lift the right leg to the sky. As you exhale this time, bring the foot to the outside of the right hand to a wide-legged runner's lunge. Okay, so right hand inside right foot. And you're just gonna pause here. I know what happens with this pose most frequently is that as we reach forward with the knee, we torque the hip, so the right hip comes forward. See if you can counter that and move your right hip back. So you lengthen this very specific place in the body, your hip to your ribs on the right side. Now grow longer through the front of the heart, and as you exhale, start to soften the chest towards the floor, maybe such that the palms come on the ground. Maybe the right elbow or left elbow comes onto the floor. You could set your left knee on the ground, but I encourage you to keep your left leg active, reaching toward the back of the room and the heart softening down towards the floor. Just like 2 more breaths here, you guys. Can you reach in all directions, and yet on your inhale, come back to center, contracting from that expansion. Go one more time like that on your inhale and one more exhale. Then plant your hands to the floor, lift your hips and step your right foot back, lift it up towards the sky. 3-legged dog. Take an inhale, reach the foot high. Exhale, pull the knee to the chest, draw your nose to your knee. Do that again. Inhale, extend the leg, reach it back. Exhale, pull the knee into the chest. One more time like that. Inhale. Exhale, draw the knee in. Now you're going to extend your right leg behind you as you breathe in and bring it through for pigeon this time. So right knee rests on the floor, outside right wrist. Shin goes diagonally across the mat. Take an inhale, lift open the front of the heart, and then exhale, maybe walk the hands forward and come onto your elbows. And just cool it out. Breathe in and out. Yeah, you're welcome to take a seated or supine variation of this pose if that feels better in your body. Think of lengthening the spine and even of that very specific place in the right side body we just came from our runner's lunge. From the right hip to the right ribs. Good, breathe in and breathe out. So Patanjali says that this is practice and non-attachment, that this is one of the ways that we keep the mind steady, through practice and non-attachment. He says, of the two, practice is practice towards steadying the mind. And this is the most important one. Again, non-attachment is in here because we want to let the point is we don't need to be so adhered to the result, the fruit of our action, right? But oftentimes we walk in with an expectation, not just for our practice, but for our own selves and the people around us. And this is one of the easiest ways, he says, that the mind starts to lose its steadiness. It's when we start to expect. When we start to think, oh, this will bring me peace, or oh, if I just have that, then I'll be fine, right? If there's just happiness in my life, then I can move forward. Or just shore up this relationship and then I can move on to the next thing. And potentially you're saying, oh, no, be careful of that. Because you're attached now to the outcome of that effort. Take another inhale breath into the front of the heart. One more exhale. And then come up onto your hands as you breathe in, push down into the floor, and then extend your right leg back behind you. Just kind of release from downward dog. You might shake it out a little bit or drop the foot behind the back, pedal out your legs. And then eventually into downward facing dog pose. I'm sure we've all had those moments of like thinking that we're done with something, and then all of a sudden there it is again. Wherever you go, there you are. Right? Take another inhale, another exhale. You're going to lift the right leg to the sky as you breathe in. You're going to pull it, left leg to the sky. Lift your left leg nice and high and pull it to the outside of the left foot. So wide-legged runner's lunge. Good. Left hand is inside left foot. And then we stay here and work with the dichotomy. And as you find not only the bend in the knee, but the reach back through your hip. If it prevents you from lowering your chest towards the floor, getting deeper in the pose, that's okay. Remember, it's not found in the depth of the pose. There are very few things that are found in the depth of a pose, right? But rather through the process of it, of acknowledging like where the limits and boundaries are, and then noticing how so easily with release you can move beyond those. So think of softening the shoulder blades onto the back. I encourage you to keep your right leg lifted, but if you'd rather have it on the ground, it's fine. You're in your body, right? And you know. Now think of lengthening the left side waist, just a few more breaths here. Move your left hip back, your right hip forward. That's it. Kind of lengthen the left armpit towards the top of the mat. Another inhale and another exhale. Great. And then plant your palms to the floor. Extend your left leg straight back behind you. Three-legged dog. Take an inhale. Now exhale. Pull the knee to the chest. Draw your nose to your knee. Extend your leg on your inhale and do it again. Exhale. Knee to chest, nose to knee. One more time, reach back, inhale, exhale, pull the knee in. And now this one, you extend the leg back and draw it through for pigeon pose. Left knee outside left wrist. Good. Pause for a moment, come up onto your fingertips, lift into the front of the heart, and then when you're ready, walk the hands forward, come onto your elbows. And breathe in and breathe out. Good. What happens when we study the mind, right, Patanjali says, is that we reside in our true nature. And that's the whole point. The whole point of practice is the realization of the self. Really, the highest self, right? We are misknowing who and what we really are in our truest form. We get fooled into believing that we are these bodies or these experiences in life. And there's a purpose for that, right? There's an exploration in that, a returning to the light of the soul that comes when you dive into this messy world. And boy, messy it is. But that's inherent in the world. It's what the Bhagavad Gita tries to tell us. In the field of duality, what do I do? When there is constantly one message and then another. When I get confused as to what to believe and where to go, what do I do? Right? And the whole of the Gita is this exploration of what do you do when you're stuck in conflict? Conflict internally, conflict that manifests externally. How do I hold myself through those moments? Right? And the answer, and in just a Cliff Notes version of the Gita, is Krishna says you practice yoga. You practice noticing where there's discordance within you, and you work to find harmony. Just take like 2 more breaths here. That's going to be different for each of us at different moments in time in our lives, right? It might be easier for one aspect of your life than others. And so we develop tools, all sorts of different little tools to use along the way. Take 1 more breath in and 1 more breath out. Inhale, come back up onto your hands, and exhale, pause. Curl the right foot under, lift your left leg up and back, and kind of shake it out a little bit. Breathe in and breathe out. And it might very well be the moment for you where you're like, oh, okay, I have this tool and that tool and this tool, and I've got a good little set going on here. Take 1 more inhale breath here and 1 more exhale. And now come forward into plank pose as you breathe in and lower yourself all the way to the floor as you breathe out. Just relax. Bring your arms by your sides and turn your head to one side and breathe in and breathe out here. But there will probably become a time where there's either a tool that you haven't noticed that you have, or a tool that is yet to be kind of developed, or a part of your set, right, that will come in unbeknownst to you. Turn your head to the other side and breathe in and breathe out. I think that's what's also so cool about this practice is that as we practice, the tools come in. And we realize, oh, I'm actually more resilient than I remembered. I'm stronger than I thought. I'm more beautiful and more accepting and more tolerant than I really realized before. I'm more loving than I believed. Bring your arms down by the sides and bring your head back to center. And then take the hands just to stack onto the pelvis behind you, like palms up towards the sky. Yeah, so just one hand on top of the other. And then from here, just lift your shoulders and lift your elbows, but keep your legs relaxed on the floor. Good. Now lengthen out of the torso, and as you inhale, lift the chest and lift your legs and feet as far from the floor as they'll go. If it's better for you to extend your arms down or even release them by the sides, might give some freedom for the shoulders, you could do that. But breathe into the front of the chest as much as you lift your legs, and lift your chest as much as you lift your feet. Hug your legs and feet in towards one another. Take 1 more inhale to lift away from the floor. As you exhale, lower yourself all the way down. Release your arms, turn your head to one side, and breathe in and breathe out. You know, sometimes we doubt, right? I can say something like you're building tools and it's there already, and your mind will go, sure, whatever. I don't see it. What do you mean? Turn your head to the other side and breathe in and breathe out. So we love the senses, right? And we are connected to the senses. We are incredible sense-oriented beings. So much so that you might have told yourself, well, you'll believe it when you see it. Or I'll know for sure when I experience it. That's totally natural. That's super normal. Bring your head back to center. We're going to do one more time our little locust pose here. So the hands behind the back or by the sides, or you can interlace them, whatever you prefer. Bring your legs together, and on your inhale, lift yourself away from the floor. Remember, what we're also opening here is the knowing of our highest self, that there is part of us that is always watching, that is detached from what happens around us, that is the witness, the one that has all the tools. And so there's a suspension a little bit of the dependence on our senses that our practice is getting us to guiding us toward. Take 1 more inhale, lift away from the earth, and then exhale, lower all the way down. Once again, turn your head to one side and breathe in and breathe out. And so there's always room, and I think it's important for us to leave a little bit of room for magic and mystery. To not necessarily have to know all of the answers to everything all the time. I mean, I don't know how that's ever going to happen anyway. Turn your head to the other side and breathe in and breathe out. On the field of duality, where there's all sorts of possibilities. It becomes now the choices that we make in the everyday moments. The ordinary moments that we maybe aren't even paying attention to. This is where Patanjali says, bring your attention there. Be present in the most boring moments of your life, in the most mundane, and remember. Okay, we're gonna come back to center. I told you 1 more, but I lied. You're gonna do 1 more. And I promise this one is the end. Okay, you're gonna bring your hands back behind you once again. You have an option to bend your knees and reach back to capture your feet if you like. Dhammarasana, bow pulling pose. Or you could keep the legs extended. Ask your lower back what it prefers. Okay, and then when you're ready, on your inhale, lift everything away from the earth. Reach forward through the crown of the head and the heart as you reach back through your shins. Work together with yourself. Lift your hands with your feet and your feet with your hands. Broaden the collarbones and breathe into the front of the chest. And then think of the neck again, nice and long through the sides of the neck, the front and the back of the neck. And now take an inhale, lift up as high as you can go. Stay here on your exhale, maybe lift a little higher, and then lower yourself all the way to the earth. Turn your head to one side and breathe in and breathe out. We want to keep the light of the heart, right? But it's hard, it's hot, and these days are long. The dog days of summer, right? So it's easy for us to get spun out and done. Turn your head to the other side. Pitta is on high, right? Which means reactions can be, fuses can be short, right? Reactions can be more explosive. We want to keep the light and the benefit of the back bend, but we want to keep ourselves grounded, which is why we did this variation today on your belly. Now, right from here, I'm going to have you flip over onto your back. So you just turn around and lay down. Breathe in and out. So all of these things that are around are things to keep in mind. Right? If people in your world seem a little touchy, understandable, right? If you yourself are a little touchy, totally understandable. It's pitta, ready to fire up. So what do we do in that is that we cultivate the opposite. We become more grounded. We get more spacious. We allow for more space in our lives. Maybe there's a chance to say, no, not today. Thank you for the invite, but I am going to stay home. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Breathe in and breathe out. Maybe the practice shifts to a restorative practice. Maybe you close down the lights more. Maybe you hunker down in your basement or go to dark places or get up into the mountains far away. How lucky we are we can do that. Bring your feet to the floor, arms down by the sides. And then just pause here for a moment. Take a breath in, a breath out. Pull your right knee into your chest and extend your left leg onto the floor. Be close to the earth. Here's another way. Want to look to nature. What are the animals doing now? Most likely they're cooling out in the middle of the day. Can we follow that example a little? Rotate your foot around one way and then the other. And then take an inhale and exhale. Another little squeeze in, then breathe in, let your knee travel away a little, and as you exhale, cross the right knee over to the left. Bless you. And breathe in and breathe out. Look out over the right shoulder. Maybe you eat calm, cooling foods, right? Here's another way to support yourself. So it's being able, I think, to adapt with what's present in our lives as it is, right? And easing ourselves into that kind of working with whatever there is, as opposed to fighting against it. It's quite literally like kind of taking, it's like jujitsu, right? We take that energy and kind of alchemize it and then move it around. Because all of these healing arts do similar things. Take one more inhale and one more exhale. Inhale, bring yourself back to center, hug the knee in, then extend the right leg up towards the sky. Slowly lower your leg all the way down to the ground. When it gets like an inch or two above the floor, just hover it there. You can plant your hands to the floor and lift your gaze, kind of gaze towards your right foot. You tap the navel and push the lower back towards the floor. Lengthen, keep breathing, nice and steady. Notice how an inch can easily turn into like a foot. Take another inhale and then exhale, lower everything to the floor. Take a breath in and a breath out. And then bring your left knee into the chest. Give it a nice little squeeze. Hug your knee in. Rotate the foot around in a circle. One way and then the other. One of the most amazing traits as human beings we have across the board is our ability to adapt. And so it's the same thing with practice. How do I adapt my practice for the here and now? Take an inhale and exhale, and then lift the knee a little bit away from the body as you breathe in next and cross it over to the left as you gaze, or to the right, you gaze left. And breathe in and breathe out. And how do I look into my toolbox and go, okay, I don't have to use the same tool all the time because I'm actually developing new tools every day. I just might not know how to use them, and so I'm willing to make mistakes. Right? I'm willing to grow and change and take risks. This is really, I think, central to embracing the one that resides within that is always watching. Our willingness to kind of fumble and falter and possibly even fall. Because we know that falling, we are still being held in the hand of the divine. They reach down, pulls us back up, and we can continue on our journey. Right? And it's not just this esoteric energy, right, these beings, but how it shows up in the people that love you. In the people that reach down and grab your hand to pull you back up again. Take another breath in, another breath out. And then inhale the left knee back to center. Extend the left leg high to the sky. Inhale. And as you exhale, slowly lower. And then when it gets like an inch or so above the floor, just hover it there. Reach through your foot, but draw back into the navel. And then if you want, lift your head and your chest from the floor a little. So you can look towards your foot. Drive the navel toward the floor. Breathe in and breathe out. Take another inhale, and then as you exhale, slowly lower your body to the floor, and then just pause here for a moment. You cruise your attention through from the crown of the head to the soles of the feet, and if there are any other postures that are calling to you, or any other adjustments that you would like at all, please feel free to take those. Otherwise, we'll get ourselves set up for Shavasana. So bolsters, maybe underneath the knees, blankets, over the abdomen, or under the knees. If you were like, dang, I forgot, and they're way over there, just give me a wave. I'm happy to go grab you something. Don't be shy. And you're just going to let your whole body relax on the floor for a few moments here. Okay, and for the first part of Shavasana today, I'm going to have you work to lengthen your exhales. So you might inhale for a count of 4 or 5, and you'll exhale for the same amount. You'll exhale for a little bit longer. So you might exhale for a count of 8 to 10. And imagine as you exhale that you are releasing all the things that you cannot control. And then each time you inhale, you're remembering the things you do have control over. And as you release a little bit of the need to control, you let yourself surrender. Ishvara Pranidhana. Surrender to the divine. Detach from needing to have to fix it all or control it all, change it all. You might even find now at the bottom of your exhale, a little pause. As you linger in that pause, not forcing anything, but just kind of expanding into it. Remember or experience or even realize in some small level the vastness of it all. I'll leave you with this contemplation. My body
The world is an ocean of ambrosia, and my body is but an island. The world is an ocean of ambrosia, and my body is but an island. The world is an ocean of ambrosia, and my body is but an island. Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. You begin to return attention to your physical body. Gently deepen your breath and start to move the fingers and toes. Rotate the wrists and ankles. And when you're ready, reach your arms up and overhead and stretch all the way from fingers to toes. Bring your knees to your chest and give yourself a great big hug. And can roll to the right or the left, and we'll come up to a comfortable seated position and seal up our practice. We're going to chant this mantra to seal our practice. The one I just chanted, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. This is a beautiful mantra. I'm pretty sure you guys all know this, but in case you forgot or don't, it means, may all beings everywhere be happy and free. May my thoughts, words, and actions contribute in some way to the happiness and to the freedom for all. All of that. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Okay, let's chant it through 3 times. But first, take a deep breath in. Exhale it all out. And inhale to chant. Loka samasta Sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta Sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta Sukhino bhavantu. Bring the hands together at the center of the heart. If you haven't yet, just take a moment to give thanks. And remember gratitude on our journey for the most amazing things. And gratitude on our journey for the seemingly insignificant things. Just all the while, thank you, thank you, thank you. And seal with a chant of Om as well, but first take a deep breath in again. Exhale it all out. Inhale for Om. So exhale, we'll bow in. Take a moment to honor the love and compassion that lies in your heart and the hearts of all beings, the teacher that guides our way. You know, the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Namaste. Hari Om. Thank you all so much for being here today. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Keep it cool out there, you know. Drink lots of water, stay hydrated, all the things. YTT, come back at 12:30, okay? Rest of you, adios. See you next time.